Hey, Richest, you money maniacs, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about Laura Clery's video where she actually helped out her housekeeper. What a wonderful, wonderful idea. What a wonderful way to approach being able to take care of people who help take care of you. All right, well, let's get right to it. Hey, Richest You Money Maniacs, welcome back. Tom coming at you. In this video, I want to celebrate Laura Clery and her generosity.
Our amazing housekeeper is here. She's like family to us. It was every 2 weeks and now it's every week. She's been coming. So a lot of her clients are canceling. I'm whispering right now because we want to do a special giveaway for her. She has no idea.
But I want to be real specific about why I'm picking the way she did it. Versus the way a lot of other folks are doing it. You know, there was Jeff Bezos who gave money and everybody shamed him because he didn't give enough money. And there's been a whole bunch of videos about how people are just giving money to somebody who's needy and how wonderful that is. And, that's great. And if that's your path, go for it. However, I think the idea, and I made a video on this, that shaming someone for not giving enough money is absolutely ludicrous. If you're not giving and you're not following by the same standard that you're putting on somebody else, then please keep it to yourself. Now, Laura Clery, on the other hand, she had a wonderful approach, and it is exactly the right way to do it, to the right person to do it also. So if you're not familiar with Laura Clery, make sure you check out her channel and all of her work. She is a brilliant comedian and she's a businesswoman. She has her own t-shirt designs and clothing designs, boibs. It's just brilliant. She's a brilliant entrepreneur and entertainer and clearly a very intelligent woman. And I'm very, very excited just to be able to promote her because I love her work so much. But this video in particular got my attention, especially when it comes to money. And here's why. Most people think that when you open a nonprofit, it's basically next to sainthood. It's so wonderful that you're giving back to the community, and it's so wonderful that you're providing these funds to help the downtrodden and the homeless and the drug abusers and this and that. And sometimes there's people that do really great work, but unfortunately in those industries, a lot of the time, only a small percentage of the money that's actually purposed for helping someone reaches anyone at all. It very, very often it's lost in administrative costs, in rent for a building, it's lost in taxes, it's lost in auditing, it's lost in paying your staff, it's lost in all of the middle stuff before it actually gets to somebody to actually help them. And then when it does get to them, it's such a small amount, it barely makes any impact in their life at all. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of really helpful nonprofits out there. In fact, the opposite of true. There are some that are actually very responsible and do a great job. What I'm talking about is the attitude that it's better to just give without any thought behind it, without any research about who you're giving to and why you're giving. Almost, especially, it's a very Catholic thing to give out of guilt. If you've been raised Catholic like me, you know that the Catholic Church deals in guilt from the moment you're born. You owe them and you have to give them and you have to tithe and you have to come to Mass or you will not get to heaven, boy. And boy, that's nothing more frightening than being left behind or going to hell and not heaven. I mean, that's just religion in general. So back to Laura Clery. What did she do that was so amazing that caught my attention?
We are about to pay her, drum roll please, $5,000.
What? She gave $5,000 as a gift to her housekeeper. So even during this crisis, her housekeeper has been coming over and helping keep their house clean for Laura, her husband, and their child. How wonderful is that? How brave is that? She's a first responder. She's a frontline person. She should get a raise. She should get a bonus. She should get something. Listen, back up for a second. Anybody who ever does a really good job at anything deserves recognition, deserves the value exchange that they've agreed to.
She's put up with us for over a decade.
Yeah, proud with you, especially.
Yeah, she has. And that is why we're about to give her a big bag of money.
This is for you. It's $5,000. Seriously.
No,
Seriously. This is real. It's $5,000.
Yeah.
5,000
Oh, thank you.
for everything you've done
Everything you've done.
for the last decade.
Thank you very much.
That's a pleasure.
Listen, when you first take the job, let's be real clear here. You're promising to do a good job in exchange for what they promised from the beginning. Not that if I do a good job, you'll give me a bonus at the end of the year, unless, of course, you negotiated that. Then good on you. The point of this particular video with Laura is that if she's going to give to somebody, do it to somebody who gives her value, who does something in exchange.
We love you and you're like family to us.
Family to us.
Oh my God. No, it's too much.
No, you're so worth it. And we know it's a crazy time out there and
Thank you, Steve.
That's a pleasure.
Thanks God too much for your help.
Oh,
Oh my God, thanks. Thank you very much.
it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. We love you.
Give it to somebody who actually provides value in the community and is close to you and is important to you. She didn't have to give this $5,000 to her. She's already still paying her. So she's got her bills still being met. But when she gave her the extra money, it was a bonus for being so loyal and for doing such a great job under unusual circumstances, unusually dangerous, some people would say, circumstances, and for not leaving them high and dry with no one to help take care of the home. They would have to do it themselves. And no offense, I'm sure Laura wouldn't hesitate to do that. She seems like that kind of person, but it's kind of nice to be able to afford to have a housekeeper. Why not show that appreciation? Now, I'm not saying that every business should give huge bonuses to everybody. No, what I'm saying is if you feel compelled to give to tithe, to give to a charity, to give to somebody, make sure you do your homework first and make sure that it's a group, organization, or person that brings value to the community. So the biggest challenge I have with a lot of what's going on with homelessness or the drug abuse and all that stuff is that when you just give to them and you don't provide some kind of structure to help them out of that situation, you absolutely enable the behavior. And that's not something I'm a big fan of. And that's why I loved Laura's video. She didn't walk up to some homeless guy and just give him $5,000. Here you go. I'm a good person. I'm a good Samaritan. Look at me. I've got it on video that I'm giving this money to this homeless guy. Aren't I wonderful? No, what she did is she showed a better example. This housekeeper helps us stay sane. She also helps us feel normal. And she's so brave to keep going even in these dire circumstances. And maybe she doesn't have a choice. She has to because she has to keep making money and she's living, so close with her budget. You know what we're going to do? She is so valuable to us. We're going to give $5,000 to us because $5,000 to us is not that much. It's a chunk. It's still valuable. But I know that she could really use that right now. And you know what? Maybe that'll help her family too. And maybe that'll encourage her to continue to do a great job for me and stay with us instead of going off to work for another family who gives her a little bit more money. Maybe she'll be loyal to us. Maybe she's the best at what she does and I want to make sure I keep her. Henry Ford did that years ago. He paid way above the minimum wage and people were clamoring to work in his factories because he paid so well. The exact opposite is happening right now in this society. Corporations like Amazon and Walmart and Costco, they're all looking for ways to cut down how much they're paying, cut down, trim down, bring down their employees, don't give them as much benefit, don't give. And that's cool. Go for it. If that's how you want to run your business, then you know what you're going to attract. You're going to attract employees that couldn't find anything else. When you pay more than what your competitor is paying, you get the best of the best. And that's who you want working for you anyhow. So, Laura Clery, thank you so much for such a wonderful example of how to give intelligently, how to give and have true impact in your community. Because keep in mind, if you have impact just in your community and everybody in the world did it and they all have impact in their own little community, then the whole world would change. You don't need a big organization, a global organization to help make the change. You don't need nations and governments to make the change. Everybody in their own little community. And the best part about doing it in your own little community is that you can do it the right way that fits your culture, your traditions, your social and economic behaviors that fit your society's structure, what feels best. So it's not seen as charity, that it's seen as you worked hard and so I'm giving you a bonus. You earned this. This is not charity. See, it's a whole different attitude. She provided a model that the world needs desperately. So thank you, Laura. I really appreciate that example. I hope that everybody watching this video got value out of this explanation. Definitely go and check out Laura's videos, and please give this video a thumbs up if you like this content or you like what we're talking about. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and even more important, give us your comments, give us your thoughts down below. I'd love to start a conversation with you. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time.